Okay, you guys. So last episode was crazy. We had a lot of stuff going on, and I ended up getting the bad ending, which I got spoiled already that there was a bad ending, and you have to get that bad ending to get to the other ending. Uh, so unfortunately, I already knew like something bad was gonna happen at some point, but I just didn't expect it. It all went down really quick, and I was like really shocked and surprised. So I'm gonna record these back to back because I need to know what's going on. I need to know what's happening because now Kujo is like disappeared from the main screen, and she technically died at the end. And then we had that whole option to go back in time or whatever, and I'm like, do we have time travel powers? Is that what's going on here? I have no idea. So we're gonna go back, and I guess we have to start a new game. I kind of already went through just a little bit just to see how that worked, because I was like, do I just need to select different options now? I wasn't sure. And that seems to be what I need to do. So I need to start a new game, and then I make a few different decisions there, and I'll just go along with that, and hopefully that'll lead me where I need to go. So yeah, I kind of like selected both, because I'm like, which one is new? Like, I should just mind my business, I think was the new one, or the old one, and then I should back her up as the new one. We're gonna go ahead and back her up here. I'll walk over to Kujo and the pack of photo jockeys.
すみません。非常時なので避難誘導に従っていただけますか?
Yeah, it's really different, like,
ご協力
just being
あり
this
がとうございま
upfront
す。
with her.
あちらにお集まりください。
I get a little pushy to disperse the crowd. For crying out loud, do you have to be such sketch balls? Try and keep it in your pants, guys.
平気か?
Yeah, they won't.
ありがとう。
I didn't think I'd have to see this particular CG again. It's
俺も
very
帰る
lewd
から
CG.
お先。
お疲れ様。
Oh, there goes my phone. She seems flustered over me showing up out of the blue, making me think I've stuck my nose where it didn't belong. It's awkward to say the least, so I immediately take my leave.
おうおう、兄貴。なかなかかっこいいじゃないっすか。
Every time I hear Anaki or Anaki, I think of Akame ga Kill. Interesting
うるせ
show.
え。行くぞ。
さつきちゃん、またね。はいはい、お疲れ様。
Alright, bye mommy. I mean, Miss Naruse. Okay, so I think this is part of just whatever it is. So we're gonna jump to the next
地
choice.
震があった後、指示を聞いてくれなくて困ってて。
Okay, I think I kind of like started going through this. Can
どういたしまして。
I jump back to
見
this?
つからないならせん。
I think there's supposed to be a choice here, isn't there?
そうね。それが良かったのかもしれない。自分
Or
で何
do
と
I
か
need to
し
go
な
back
きゃっ
further?
て思っちゃって。
I started going through some dialogue, and I'm like, I want to make sure I'm not skipping anything.
そう。
あ
あれ、
あいついつも
私。
かも。
ありがとう。
どうい
あ
責任感強いな。
そんなことない。そうだ。あの時は。ありが
Okay,
と
I
う。
guess this is the right choice right
ど
here.
の時?
地震があった後、指示を聞いてくれなくて困ってて。
Yeah, apologize. I've like already I went through up to like this point because I was just trying to figure out like how this is gonna work with the choices. I was just a little confused. I want to make sure like I know what I'm doing, so I'm trying not to fumble up while I'm recording, but I still end up doing that anyways. So
余計なお世話かと思ったんだけどな。
写真撮られるのも覚悟はしてたし、それも仕事ではあったんだけど。
まあ恥ずかしいよな。
そうね。実はかなり恥ずかしくて。だから新見くんがフォローしてくれてとっても嬉しかった。
どういたしまして。
yeah, I mean that's what any guy should do, but obviously we didn't do that at first.
学校の人って。
あ、どうだろう。見てないけど。
そっか。あんな服着てるところ見られたら恥ずかしいなって。
Wasn't it originally we theorized that people who were at that festival ended up getting artifacts? Wouldn't there have been a lot of people from our school then?
似合ってたけどな。
そう？
いや、まあ、
あ りがとう。
I mean, I think she looks good in pretty much anything she wears, but that's just me. I don't know about you guys. Conversation grinds to a halt. What the hell was I thinking saying that? Okay, just take a sip of water and cool down. Gotta get back on
にし
track.
てもイベントの後にバイトって働きすぎだろ。すげえな。
バイトといっても家業のお手伝いみたいなものだから。
仕事は仕事だろ。お疲れ様。地震とか今日は大変だったな。
そうね。新見くんもお疲れ様。
いつも？
お店に来てくれて。
Oh, okay, okay. You know, hey, you got a back room or something? She smiles sweetly and heads off to the kitchen. Yikes, my heart skipped a beat. God, I'm such a pushover. I clear my throat trying to get out the weird, awkward lump and decide to kill some time until my food comes by playing with my smartphone. The place is empty, so dinner should come out fast. Okay, so I think we've already done this, so I can jump to the next choice, right?
頼んでないぞ。コーラにプリンも。
今日のお礼嫌いだったら残してもいいから。
So she did give us stuff last time. At least I thought she did. She picks up her tray, bows her head slightly, and leaves.
律儀だな。
Remember to myself as I accept her kind gesture and take a sip of my drink. And Kujo turns out to be easier to talk to than I expected. I always pictured her as being a little uptight. Makes me think we could be friends.
いただきます。
Put my hands together in prayer for a moment, then grab my pair of chopsticks. Let's see if I can... Okay, we'll meet at the gate.
じゃ
I think that's what I
あ
picked.
校門集合でいいよな。まあ先生に言われた手前な。
あ
必要ないなら遠慮なく。
あ、ごめんなさい。甘えちゃってもいい？
ああ、そっちか。了解。
あり
Yeah,
がと
we
う
can。do that.
いいって心霊現象だろ。そりゃ怖いよな。10分くらいしたら行く。
ええ。じゃあ自転車準備して待ってる。
俺歩きだし、普通にかっ飛ばして行った方が早いよな。
そうね。
I give her a wry smile and head back into the hallway.
なんか怒られてる雰囲気じゃなかったね。つまんね。
Wow, thanks. What a friend you are. Trying to get me in trouble.
お前な。
ちょっとダンシー、サボってないで掃除してよ。
Should be telling you the same thing,
う
punk.
っせえよ上司。お前らこそ喋って掃除してねえじゃんかよ。
We resume cleaning after some screwing around. So we'll be walking home with Kujo, huh? I find my heart unexpectedly going a flutter at the prospect of going home with a girl. This is a big deal. We finish cleaning and I leave behind Yoichi engaged in chatting up a girl as I go off to meet at the meet-off spot. Or meet up, I don't know. As soon as I step through the school gates, I find Kujo there
悪い
waiting.
お待たせ。意外と時間食った。
本当にごめんなさい。余計な手間をかけさせてしまって。
I wonder if we're just gonna have like these little scenes that kind of change things up, and then we're gonna have maybe something towards the end change. I'm trying to figure out where exactly the change is gonna come from.
ホラーとか苦手なタイプ？
I mean, I'm fine with these little
そんな
scenes,
つもりは
but
ないのだけど。
I mean, these are little side scenes. They're not really like adding much to the story, I would say. I mean, they are changing it though.
そうね。不思議な出来事に対応できてないというか。こんなことで今日一日上の空になってしまって。
ああ、妙に難しい顔してたのもそのせいか。
見られてたのね。恥ずかしい。こんなことで頭がいっぱいになっちゃうなんて自分でもびっくりしてて。
Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I'm keeping up this conversation here. Oh, okay, okay.
昨日の夜飯食った後さ。
Because this is right after that event. Okay.
ええ。
ぬいぐるみがポツンって落ちててさ、かなりビビった。気味悪いことあると背筋がゾッとするよな。わかるよ。
I don't know. Did he tell her about Sophie before? I don't remember that.
ホラーとか苦手なタイプ？
Horror is not something I really enjoy. I do not like being scared out of my mind.
自転車二人乗りは禁止だっけ？
そうね。高速違反。
じゃあ歩いていくか。悪いな。徒歩に付き合わせて。
私がお願いしたことだから。あ、よかったらカゴの中にカバン入れてね。
お、ありがとう。
I accept your offer, put my bag in the bike basket and start walking.
家までどれくらいかかるん？
ゆっくり漕いで20分くらいかな。
結構かかるな。
We share a rather ordinary conversation. We don't instantly hit it off or anything, but it's not like the conversation goes dead. Things go smoothly for the most part until... Having run out of things to talk about, we both go silent. It's not surprising given the two of us aren't all that close to begin with. I'm also not the type to come up with something clever to keep the conversation going either. I guess that Kujo is the same. And what was I thinking when I offered to walk her home? I'm not so ready for this. Though admittedly, I've got something of an ulterior motive for
新見くん
agreeing.
はこの辺りに住んでるの？
ああ、実家は一駅先だけど、こっから10分くらいのところに今は一人暮らし。
そうだったんだ。だからいつも一人で食事を？
だな。
外食ばっかり？
自炊はしないな。めんどくさくて。
Interesting. So didn't they have a conversation that was very similar to this about like eating out and stuff? But didn't it happen like a lot later?
食費とかやっぱりそれなりにかかっちゃう？
まあ、かかるっちゃかかるんかな。けど一人暮らし始めた頃はちゃんと料理しててさ。
うんうん。
肉がてか野菜も意外と高いしな。ちゃんと食おうって思うと自炊でもそれなりにかかるんじゃないかな。だからナインボールの値段と量はすげえありがたい。
おじいさまがほとんど趣味でやっている店だから儲けはあんまり考えていないみたい。
Wish I had money like that. You could just make good food, not worry about the cost.
だからか。おじいさまって呼び方なんかすごいな。
そう？昔からそう呼んでいるのだけど。
う
I don't
ち
think there's anything wrong
お
with it.
じいちゃんだ。
そうね。
あ
We finally get the conversation rolling, only for me to toss out that lousy response, and now we're both silent again. We struggle the rest of the way, maintaining a rate of about 4 parts conversation and 6 parts silence. Very specific. To put it succinctly, our walk together is awkward as heck. We arrive. Mission
あり
accomplished.
がとう。
どういたしまして。よかったな、例に襲われなくて。
Yeah, that's pretty good.
そうね。
本当は平気だったろ。
そう思う？
九条は真面目そうだから先生に送ってもらえって言われて断れなかったんだろうな。
真面目なのは新見くんも一緒じゃない？
授業は真面目に聞いてないぞ俺。
Yeah, he does seem like the kind of person who's slack off in
断
class a
り
little
き
bit.
れずに送ってくれた。
こう見えて世話焼きなんだよ。
よかったらお店に寄っていって。お礼に飲み物でも。これから用事とかなければ。
That'd be nice.
じゃあ一杯だけ。
Why are you saying it like you're drinking alcohol?
中で待っていて。私は裏から入るから。
わかった。
Dang, you got a staff entrance. That's fancy. Temporarily part ways with Kujo, entering the cafe proper. A waitress shows me to an empty seat. Whenever I come in on a weekday, all the school uniforms really stick out. The place will probably start getting crowded soon. I've never worked a part-time job before, but it must be hard work. I sip my water, letting my thoughts wander as I wait for Kujo.
お待たせ。
あ
Kujo takes a seat across from me, still wearing her school uniform.
あ、てか座っていいの？
今日じゃなかったの。
Does that happen often? I feel like that would be very inconvenient.
バイト今日じゃなかった。
She's looking down, embarrassed. I guess she got confused about her
そういう
schedule.
のよくあるん？
初めてやっちゃった。
This is the first time. I guess the paranormal phenomenon has her pretty shaken. Just as I'm about to say as much, I decide against it. No point in making her more upset than
こ
she
んな
already
こ
is.
と言われたらムカつくかもしれないけど、九条ってもっとこうすげえ隙のない感じかと思ってた。
Maybe because she gets that a lot, Kujo smiles.
冗談が通じないタイプ？
コロナのって聞いて、俺が勝手にイメージ膨らませてたんだろうな。悪い。
Yeah, she's definitely not what you would expect of like a daughter of like a really like big and powerful corporation, you know?
でも新見くんずっとここの店員の女の子と私をつなげてなかったでしょ。
I mean, I guess maybe the reason that someone would feel like that is like Kujo's a very down-to-earth person. Like she's very humble. And not something you really expect of somebody who probably has the means of, living a very lavish lifestyle. She lives a very humble one instead. And, I respect that.
ああ、いや、どうだっけ？
覚えてる？私が勇気を出してこれからよろしくねって話しかけたの。
ああ、覚えてる覚えてる。
その時新見くんえって顔をしてしばらくしてやっとあーって。
いや、すぐ気づきましたよ。あ、九条じゃん、奇遇って。
奇遇ってやっぱり私だって気づいてなかったんだ。
Yeah, I don't think he
す
realized.
みません。
It's the glasses. Threw him off. After digging a hole for myself, I put out an
髪型変え
apology.
てるし、ほら、ツインテール？あとメガネもかけてるし、印象全然違ってさ。
ううんごめんなさい、意地悪言っちゃって。
普段はコンタクト？
ああ、度は入ってないの。せっかく可愛い制服だからイメージ変えてみたいなって思って。
I knew a guy who wore fake glasses.
ああ、
Shame,
おしゃ
shame.
れメガネ的な。変装とかしてるのかと思った。
Disguise.
クラスメイトにバレないように。
I mean, that could be it.
なら気づけないのは仕方ないなって言いたかった。
みんな一目で気づくよ。
Oh, so it's just
だ
us.
よな。俺くらいだよな、気づかないの。
でも1年の時はここでしか接点なかったからわからなくても仕方ないよ。スタッフのみんなは新見くんの顔を覚えてるけどね。常連さんって。
I mean, I don't know if that's a good or bad thing.
みんな？なんかあだ名つけられてそうだな。
Yeah, it was real great when I used to go to this teriyaki place by my house, and I would call in, and they would recognize my voice, and they'd be like, "Oh, Justin, do you want this?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, that is what I'm gonna order." It's really funny.
あだ名、あ、ハンバーグ先生？
あんのかよ。完全に笑い物じゃねえか。
あ、そういうのじゃないよ。一時期新見くんハンバーグセットばっかり頼んでいたでしょ。
あったなあ。いや、うまくてさ。うちのおかんのハンバーグカッチカチのパッサパサで、ここのハンバーグめっちゃうまい。
Yeah, I've definitely had some Salisbury steaks that are not too great.
ありがとう。すっごく美味しそうに綺麗に食べてくれるから親しみを込めてかな。
I don't know.
みんな
Apparently
の
they make
人
a
気
lot of
者
names
だ
for
よ
people here.
新見くん。
Because you got the parfait
俺
queen.
みたいな愛想ないやつは？
でも食べてる時たまに笑顔になる。
嘘だろ。
Must be doing it unconsciously. How embarrassing. She's serious. I can't keep from
そうだ
blushing.
そういう目で見られてたのか。
人気者。
Nice.
なんか大学生の女の人、アルバイトの。
藤木さん？
名前は知らねえけど、やたらハンバーグ勧めてくるんだよ。
そうなんだ。
絶対笑い物にしてるよな。
してません、本当に。
I don't think you would do that, Kujo. I don't know about this other girl, Fujisaki or
それは九条がいい人だからだろ。絶対笑ってるって。
yeah.
大丈夫。みんないい人だから本当に笑ったりしません。
しばらくここに来るのやめとこうかな。
ごめんなさい。言わない方が良かったかな。
He's like, oh
本
frick,
当
I
に
can't
そん
lose
な
a
つもり
customer.
は。
あ、いや、冗談冗談。ここら辺じゃナインボールが一番うまいしな。
ありがとう。おじいさまに伝えておく。ごめんなさい。もう注文はした？
いや、まだ。
好きなもの頼んでください。お礼にごちそうさせてね。
Okay. I will take the Salisbury steak.
そんな気にしなくていいのに。
No, we're not having the
どんな
Salisbury
小
steak.
さな恩にも報いるべし。我が家の家訓なの。
Y'all's family has a lot of mottos.
すっげえな、家訓って。
そうなの？
せいぜい好き嫌いはしちゃダメくらい。
Don't be picky.
うちもあるそれ。
Of course it is. They probably just adopted every family motto. Like, they probably have live, laugh, love, or whatever it is. Unlike on the way here, our conversation doesn't peter out. It's pretty smooth sailing. Well, aside from me not being able to look Kujo in the face due to some lingering embarrassment.
ごめんなさい。注文しなきゃだね。
そうだった。水しか飲まずに帰ったら、またあだ名つけられそう。
ウォーター先生？
The Duke of Drink.
サリバン先生かよ。
Sultan of Sip.
そっちの方がいいね。
Surprisingly enough, we're getting along really well. I was all ready to curse her for pushing this on me, but with how great this is turning, I guess I owe a thank you to Miss Naruse.
おう、おっせえじゃねえか。
So I think we might be at the point where we've changed the route now, because like I don't know if you all notice, I keep hovering over to the jump next choice button just to see like, okay, or like is this dialogue we've seen before? But I don't think so.
あ
Yes, it is your late older brother. The moment I get home, my good move gets positively
も
demolished.
う待ってたのに遅いよもう。
Hey, you know, I'm just living my best
Yeah,
life,
that's
okay?
約束とかしてないし。
察して兄なら妹の気持ちを察して。
無茶言うな。てかお前、どうやって入った？
合鍵
渡してねえぞ。
I didn't give you that.
渡してくれないからお願いって頼んでみた。
親父か。
Yeah,
ちょ
screw
ろか
you,
った
Dad.
ですわ。
ほんとお前に甘いな。
I stifle a sigh and throw my bag on the bed.
言ってなんだよ。
当たってないだろ。
はい。
何しに来た？
空きスペースの確認。
Well, that's all you can do. You can admire it, you can look at it, but you can't use it.
私物は持ち込ませないし、同居もしない。
ちくそ。
帰れよ。
こんなに待たせておいてそれ言っちゃう？
Hey, that was your choice to come
お
over
前が勝手に上がり込んだんだろうが。
here. Exactly. You tell him.
一緒にご飯食べたかったの。
Tell her.
たまにはいいでしょ。
食ったら帰れよ。
モック行こうモック。
I thought you wanted to eat here.
へい着替えるから待ってろ。
おーい。あ、そうだ兄やん。
Sure.
ファイナルビルダーズでニーニが頑張って作ったお城、きれいさっぱり解体しておいた。
Ninecraft. That's a good one. Good 9 pun here.
やっぱお前帰れ。
おいしかった。ごちそうさまでし
まさかおごらされるとはな。
I mean, what'd you expect?
た。いい女は財布を持ち歩かない。
Oh, is that so? Well, I'm gonna jump to the next choice. How do you like that? Let's see. I went to 9 ball, I came back home, then I had to go right back out again, saddle with Sora to boot. And no wonder I'm beginning to get home and get some rest.
ああ。
Okay, I don't think I'm skipping anything important by just jumping to the next choice, right? Like, that should take me to the next new dialogue. I mean, unfortunately, I am missing, like, a little bit of the story, like, in between. So it's a little less cohesive, but thinking back home a little worse for wear. Thanks to Sora, my bed is a mess. All the mangas she read without my permission are just lying around wherever she left them. It gets on my nerves. An unfamiliar object is resting beside my pillow. A plushie. Sora, leave this here. Hang on a second. Same one I found at the shrine. What's it doing here? Maybe Sora just happens to have the same kind of doll and she left it here. Maybe she's just harassing me or she's behind both incidents. No, I'm probably overthinking things. No way Sora would even know about me finding that doll at the shrine last night. In that case, maybe she just forgot her plushie here.
勘弁してくれ。
Disappointed at how much I freaked myself out, I take the plushie and put it on top of my bookcase. So this is going exactly the same. I wonder what's going to change here. Okay then, Sophie, what are you doing?
知ってる？あの噂。
We'll jump to the next choice. So we need to choose one of these. Frick, I don't remember which one I'm supposed to choose. Do I cover Kujo? I think that's what I do, right? Right? Let me check real quick just to make sure I get this right. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm doing it right. So we cover Kujo.
Kujo!
I contain the intense pain surging through me and kick off the floor, covering ground at the dead sprint to Kujo to push her out of the way. The coursing flames sweep over our heads and converge on the student. The vortex of flames around him swells. Well, I mean, I hope he's gonna live this time. I think if we fix that event, then hopefully things won't go as badly. Fades off in the distance along with the flames. It's almost as if nothing ever happened. The flames vanish as quickly as a bubble bursting, leaving not a trace behind. How was that?
あ、悪い。大丈夫か？
大丈夫。ありがとう。
Yeah, you know, that's what we gotta do. I realized I'm on top of her, rather pinning her down, so in a bit of a panic I rush off to get to get off of her and stand. Kujo probably took a pretty hard hit when I tackled her. As she stands, she rubs her lower back. I look down at the fallen student in silence.
てるよね。
多分な。
The boy's eyes are rolled back in his head and he's foaming at the mouth. He's curled up in the fetal positions, his fist balled up near his chin, twitching and convulsing. The symbol on his cheek is gone. His clothes are fine, not a burn on him. The same goes for Kujo and myself. Despite running through that sea of fire, we're unscathed.
くん、上着と。
Kujo collects both the blazer and the cell phone I dropped earlier and hands them to me. I give her my thanks and take them. After what we went through, I have no choice but to admit he was using some superpower that let him control flames.
サイレンの音。
Okay, so I think we can jump to the next choice here.
ん？ちょっと待って。ニーニの方がハンバーグ大きくない？
Ah, yes, the important dialogue that we missed. Apparently, our Salisbury steak is bigger.
そうか？
大きいよ。にゃーこ先輩、毎回ニーニの方だけちょこっとおまけする。
You'll give the chief over here extra.
そうかな。新見くん、ハンバーグ好きみたいだから、ついそうなっちゃったのかも。
You know, I'd prefer she not call me chief. She can call me, daddy.
私からしい。にゃーこ先輩、私よりニーニの方が好きなんだ。
Doesn't surprise me.
好きってそんなつもりは。
ほれ、そら。
マジ？やった！
人参。
いらないよ。肉ちょうだいよ。
You can have the carrot.
じゃあ私の。
いいからいいから。そら、作ってもらったのに文句を言うな。
はい、ごめんなさい。次から気をつけるね。ほう、無意識にニーヤンの方をひいきしていたと。は？不純異性行為とかお母さん許しませんからね。
Our poor mother will not stand for this.
そら、黙って食う。
はい。
As Sora's onslaught of teasing abates, Kujo fidgets with her chopsticks, her gaze pointed downwards as her cheeks flushed. I also try to contain my embarrassment, keep up my poker face as I chow down. She's being extra nice to me. She has a thing for me. But teasing us like that, Sora. I'm already halfway to being in love with her, you know. I mean, probably. That aside, the delicious food sure does hit the spot. It's so freaking good.
そろそろやりまっか。
Still chewing her food, Sora reaches for her laptop. And so the merrymaking comes to an end. See, this is also our strategy briefing meeting. Okay, so I can skip from here. I need to shake off her hand, I believe. Claw my hand out of her grasp. I think, no, I'm sure of it. She just tried to use some sort of power on me. She smiles sardonically. I completely underestimated her. She acts gentle, and I don't think she even intends any harm, but she's extremely
お
dangerous.
水のおかわり。
Kujo probably has sensed something is off, so she comes to our table and flashes a look of
いえ、
concern my
大
way.
丈夫です。
I can't tip my hand, so I try to convey that I'm okay with my wording. Kujo bows a silent apology and returns to her usual post.
そう。彼女はあなたのお仲間なんです。彼女もユーザーなのでしょ。
The jig is up already. My acting skills suck.
いや、別に試すつもりなんて。
冗談ですわ。あなた様ともっと仲良くなりたかったのですが、今日は退散いたしましょう。
I keep forgetting that since these are episodic, that maybe she's not going to become our ally till like the next part or something. Maybe it'll be like we end up getting them as an ally in each part or something like that. I'm not sure.
あんなに怖い目で見られては、せっかくの楽しいお話も夢中。
怖い。
Get out of here. Cover up
では、これにて。
for yourself. I don't want to see that. Senpai takes the check and stands up.
俺が。
今日は私が手を差し伸べてくださったお礼に。
Okay, it looks like I can skip.
大丈夫だった？
Yeah, I'm chilling. Kujo claims the seat across
いい
from
の
me.
か、仕事中に。
心配で。なんだか変だったよ。
Oh yeah, I was acting
ちょ
big
っと
strange.
やばかったな。頭がぼーっとして。
平気？
もう大丈夫。
よかった。
悪いな、心配かけた。ちょっとうかつだったな。
それもなんだけど。
けど
けど。あれ？私 何に対してホッとしてるんだろう。
わからん。大丈夫か？
なんだろう。もやもやする。
Been drinking too much coffee, huh?
体調悪いなら帰った方がってバイト中じゃそうもいかないか。
そうだね。あ、お仕事戻らないと。
無理しないようにな。俺はこれ飲んだら帰るよ。
新見くん、後ろに。
I almost turned around, but I stopped myself when I realized who she means. Our other queen has just made her appearance.
新見くんが先輩と話し始めてすぐくらい。
Looks like we skip again here.
じゃあ犯人にそのアンブロシアってやつを飲ませるか、九条の力で奪ってソフィーに回収してもらうしか。おっと。
A ringtone stops me mid-sentence. I don't remember ever getting a phone call here.
で、話はもう終わり？
そうだな。ありがとう。
じゃあ私は戻るわ。早く魔眼のユーザーを探しなさい。色ぼけね。
Oh, hey! Sophie sighs at me, utterly distracted and replying to Kujo. By the time I look up, she's already gone. I may have hurt her feelings a bit, but whatever. Kujo's more important. Yeah, screw Sophie. You did well out there. Are you feeling any side effects from using her using her power on you? I'm worried about you. Kujo offers a rather clinical reason for her message. Since her writing could be a little bit stiff, it came across more like a doctor's courtesy call than a concerned friend checking up on me. You know what? I don't care. I'm happy just to receive a message from her in the first place. My heart is pounding and I can't settle on what I should reply back to her. Am I a fool, like Sophie said? Kujo and I grew up in vastly different environments. She probably has no interest in somebody like me. I'm just a friend to her. I try to discourage myself, avoiding getting my hopes up. Maybe even turning a blind eye to my emotions or admonishing myself not to get the wrong idea. I start writing a message and I delete it. Write it again, delete it again. And this is not a good look. I'm going to have to face my feelings eventually, whether I want to or not. I'm not going to be able to hold out much longer. I guess I like Kujo. I guess I don't want her to find out. Finally, I sent her a curt reply. I'm fine. I sigh to myself, unable to imagine her having the courage to send me another message after getting that lackluster response. I think about Kujo, feeling my heart warm, and then feeling a needle jabbed into it. Back and forth, back and forth. I'm probably just finding it hard to convey how I feel to her, much more of a wimp than I ever thought. And that's why I'm holding out hope. I want to at least stay by her side as long as possible. I want to remain someone that Kujo can rely on. So we should be able to skip again here.
弱気なこと言ったら愛想つかされそうだな。
I grumble as I sit up and grab my mouse. Start clicking through news sites for no reason. The first headline I hit throws me for a loop. Okay, so we're pretty close to where we were, so this should be a little bit different here. I click the link to the article. Naturally, it is in Shiro Mitsugawa. On top of that, the statue was discovered in a location fairly close to the last one. After lying low for so long, the evil eyes user has finally resurfaced, so now we can be certain they're still in this town. Reach for my phone to message Kujo about the news, but that's exactly when my phone rings. On the screen, I see a pop-up notification for a message from Kujo. Seems like we both discovered the news at the same time. Would you mind if I were to impose and come over today? I need to discuss something with you. Okay, so it looks like we can...
いや、あれはそんな大げさなことじゃ。
でも、新見くんに勇気をもらえたから。
Kujo smiles sweetly and I turn away to hide my embarrassment. You're playing dirty, Miss Kujo. Do you have any idea what that smile does to me?
で、俺は何をすればいい?
It seems like a lot of the new dialogue. I'm sorry I really haven't, like, commented much, I guess, in this episode. I'm trying to, like, piece things together and figure out what's going on. There's a lot of, like, these little changes. It's not really so much the story's changed hugely, but these little things are going to lead up to something different. I'm wondering if we ended up changing and the guy didn't die, or maybe he still did. I'm not too sure. But it seems like something is going to change here soon, because this is about where we were in the past, maybe a couple episodes.
新見くんは魔眼のユーザーのことをどう
Looks like I can skip again. Sorry, I'm really only trying to read the new stuff. There's a strength within compelling me to throw caution to the wind and do whatever I can to support her. And this is why I'm terrified of her ever finding out the truth behind my own motivation. Not a pure soul like she is. I'm only trying to ensure that she isn't disappointed in me, that she doesn't come to resent me. By my poker face, I'm utterly desperate. I think for a moment what kind of answer would Kujo want to hear, and then I give it to her.
俺にできることがあれば何でもする。
ありがとう。
九条が成長するために。
勇ましいこと言っちゃったけれど、具体的な案があるわけじゃなくて。
I will say, like, the changes I've noticed in this route, is I feel like he's developing stronger feelings for her and being more upfront about it. Excuse me. Compared to, just the regular route.
新見くんに相談できれば、道も見つかるんじゃないかって思えて。
I'm wondering when we're gonna get to the point where everything changes. I'm assuming once we get to kind of where the last episode ended off.
ああ、そっか。それが相談だったのか。
私、頭が固いから、柔軟な発想で助けてもらえたらいいなって。ごめんね、休日に。
All this dialogue is very similar to how it's been, so I should be able to jump here. Getting so embarrassed I have to turn my head the other way. Kujo doesn't think of me the same way I think of her, which makes this feel like torture. We're all alone in my apartment. I mean, sure, we get along. I'm sure she feels some fondness for me, but Kujo's what you'd call innocent, untainted. That's just the way this is. There's just no way this is going the direction I hope it is. And I'm suddenly all down in the dumps about this. What am I gonna do with myself?
ごめんね、一人で盛り上がっちゃって。
ああ。
Great, now I'm worried her by going all quiet. Way to go, me. Kujo's apology gets me a little flustered, so I try to
考
cover for
えてたん
myself.
だ。もっと、そう、解釈を広げられないか。
解釈？
そう、九条の力は見えないものでも奪える。だから、そ
I
う。
can skip through that. Oh, interesting. What's changing here?
かけ。
では本人に聞いてみましょう。
I mean, I definitely don't want to be with you.
必要ありません。かけるくん、行こう。
はい。
かける様、またいずれ。
Is that part new? I don't remember her calling us Sama. 'Cause, I mean, that's something you call, like, someone of really high importance.
はい。
But I don't know. That could have been
返
there
事なん
before.
てしなくていいんです。
はい。
I just don't really remember it. Kujo yanks my hand and drags me off.
おい、九条。九条
あ、うん。
って。
Okay. We're in, boys. We're in.
ごめん。
She immediately releases my hand. Man, why did I say anything? I flexed my hand, savoring the lingering warmth of Kujo's body heat.
ごめんなさい、強引に。
助かったよ。また能力を使おうとしてたな。やっぱり魅了とかそんなのだと思う。頭がぼーっとして従いそうになるんだ。
魅了。
でも九条が俺のことかけるくんって呼んだのは驚いたな。
We must be getting pretty close.
うん。
Flustered, she turns her beat red face away.
なんでだろう。張り合っちゃって。
You felt protective of your man. That's
いい
okay.
けどな、別に。かけるくんでもかけるでも。
呼び捨てなんて。行きましょう、新見くん。
ああ、戻っちゃった。
だって恥ずかしい。
Kujo hangs her head and picks up the pace. Putting on a strange smile, jog up to catch up to her and then match my speed to hers. Okay, so let's skip ahead here. Okay, so we must be in the park with Noah.
九条？おい、九条？
I have to shout out her name before she reacts. For some reason, she's acting really weird.
何が？
Okay.
何がって。マジでどうした？
そう？
待った。記憶読んだよな。なんか。
今すぐあなたを裁く必要がありそうね。
待て、早まるな。ちょっと待ってくれ。
あなたも認めているじゃない。
違うって、俺じゃないって。
そう、新見くんじゃないです。新見くんは犯人じゃありません。
だよな。
Huh.
ならなぜそんなにうろたえているの？
So this is already going very different. She's not like immediately leaving and panicking.
うろたえてませんけど。
犯人しか持ち得ない記憶。
そんなものは見ていません。
そんなものは。
待った。九条、俺の何を見たんだよ。
Oh, I got a stomach ache, a cramp. Oh, it's so bad. Kujo suddenly clutches her stomach and groans in pain in a super contrived way, I might add.
能力の副作用がなんていうか頭が
抑えてるのお腹だけど
I didn't think Kujo would lie.
九条
ごめんなさい帰ります。
おお
Ah, interesting. In an astonishing turn of events, Kujo hops on her bike and speeds off, stand pedaling all the way. What the heck, Kujo?
で
晴れてません
そうね
ですよね
Figured.
何見たんだよ
本気で言っているの
は
顔が真っ赤だった
あ
あなた九条さんに好意を抱いているでしょ
いや
その記憶をデコイとする
Yes,
待った
a decoy.
何の
Yeah.
話だよ
本物の愚者なのかしらそこまで徹底するなんて九条さんはあなたの記憶を読んだつまりあなたの行為を知っただからあんなにうろたえていたんでしょ
あ
今日がそがれたなんて茶番
Buckaroo, you're a little slow on the uptake here.
お幸せに
Yuki sighs deeply and makes her exit. She read my memories. She knows I have a thing for her, that I like her. Ah, crap, ah, crap, ah, crap.
あ
Young romance, isn't it great? Oh, darn. Today's the 7th. I was hoping, like... Oh, it just turned to the 7th. I technically started playing this on the 6th. Okay, so I don't know how much further this is going to go. Is it just going to kind of be the same amount of length? Like, it's just going to kind of end very abruptly? I don't think so. So I kind of want to save that for its own episode. Just kind of make this really short. And then I'll come back and make, like, maybe a longer episode. I have no idea how long the ending's going to be, because we're right about the point where we were before. And there wasn't much content after this, so... I think I'll end it here, and if it's a shorter episode next one, well, it'll probably be the end of the episode 1, or there might be a lot more content. We'll see. But anyways, guys, not like too much craziness going on this episode, mostly just going through all the events and seeing a little bit of a different dialogue build up, which I'm fine with. You know, it's okay. It's a chill episode. I liked the little bit there at the end where she found out that we liked her, instead of her finding out that she might have accidentally killed somebody unintentionally. So a little bit of a different take on this. I like this a lot better, to say the least. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you in the next episode. I'm hoping it's going to be really good. I played these back to back because I was like expecting it to just jump right back into the story, which didn't quite do yet, but that's okay. I'm still having fun, still having a good time. So anyways, guys, I will see you in the next one.